Church Critic by Dr. Larry D. Reid. An examination of the Larry Reid Live Show perspective. Available now on Amazon and Kindle. Inside, he shares his unfiltered perspectives on the issues the church often avoids. The role of women, deconstruction, fatherlessness, homosexuality, decolonization, and the clash between Western and African Christianity, and so much more. Get your copy today on Amazon and Kindle. Stay connected to Larry Reid Live. Take a moment and like the Facebook page. Subscribe to the YouTube page and hit the bell. Text LRL to 888-982-3820. That's the letters LRL to 888-982-3820 and get notified when we go live. Become a member of Patreon. Log on to patreon.com/Larry Reid Live. Sign up, download the Patreon app, and turn on your notifications. Get connected today.
I know many of you have been having dreams, and I want to help you decode this message that Spirit is giving to you. See, you are consistently receiving signals, and you're consistently seeing symbols. Some of you have been seeing numbers, and then you dream these things, and you're sitting in a wonder. Well, I've created a chat GPT. I want you to click the link, and I want you to download it, and it'll show up on the left-hand side, and it says, the Dream Guide from the side. I've been interpreting dreams for many years. So click the link, and you are going to be able to have me in your pocket, on your device, on your phone, whenever you wake up first thing in the morning. Write down the dream and then copy and paste it into the chat GPT. Then it's going to give you the interpretation and explain to you the symbols. Be very descriptive in your typing up of the dream. And then what it gives you, I want you to copy and paste and put it back into the space where you record all of your dreams. These dreams are like a letter that comes from God, unopened. And with the chat GPT, you will be able to open this letter and read the message that is coming from the mind of the Spirit concerning you and yours. Click the link right now. There's another chat GPT that I want to introduce to you. And this chat GPT is for those of you that are decolonizing and deconstructing in the world of your faith. As a Christian, we are taught to beg, ask the Lord, the Master, the King, for all of these different things. And that type of praying, we have used it for years, and it has worked because of our intention, but there's a better way to pray. And this new chat GPT is going to transform the way that you pray and help you pray decolonized prayers. This is where you pray with the understanding that God is not outside of you, but operating through you as source, creator, the divine intelligence. Begging is not praying. And begging while you're praying is not the best way to pray. And this chat GPT helps you pray in a way that is both spiritual, technicalized, and empowering, bringing together your mind and your feelings, your energy, your body, all together involved in the manifestation of what you want with your mouth. Your mouth is one of the greatest manifestation tools you have. And this chat GPT is going to teach you how to pray it into form. Download it right now. You see the link, hit the link, and it's going to integrate with your chat GPT.
We're about to have a conversation.
All right, how I move this? Let me see. All right, y'all, I'm coming. I'm in the car. Lord have mercy. Kendra, can you get out? You on stage. Can you get off stage? I don't know how in the world you did that. Maybe I can get you off stage. All right, y'all. I'm in the car and I'm just doing the very best I can. Off stage. Okay, can y'all see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? You hear me? Oh no, I'm online. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Let me know that first. Okay, you can. All right. Well, my name is Larry D. Reid, and I'm the host of Larry Reid Live, your favorite, most important. I don't forgot my tagline. Okay, my name is Reid, and the rest of them. I had a conversation absolutely this your most favorite digital entertainment news and talk show that's out here on social media streets. Yeah, okay, that's it. I tell you the truth. If this ain't a whole mess that we got going on in this here country, I don't know if y'all know it or not, but we in a war. Put it in the chat. We in a whole entire war. And they ain't telling us this. And our life is going on as normal, which I do like that part. To where everybody's still doing what they're doing and going about Dubai. It really didn't feel like we was in the war, except for every once in a while you'll hear, well, Dubai ain't really in a war, but there's USA assets or USA base and soldiers that are there. And Iran had done said that they were going to target American assets and soldiers, but not the civilians. And what this raggedy government did was, you gotta remember that I'm talking about raggedy government. When I say rat, I'm talking about raggedy Trump. So rat and rag. Put it in the chat so you're very clear. So when I say the rag, I'm talking about the raggedy ass government. When I say rat, I'm talking about the raggedy ass Trump. Okay. So over there in Dubai, the government, you really didn't even know that you were in a war except when you get them alerts on your phone or you hear a boom. And it's because the government was just so good at taking care of the citizens. But over here, the rag, you see, don't handle us right. They already know the whole tax thing, the whole we don't really never own nothing. We pay it off, we got to pay a tax. If you miss about 27 cents, just happened to this black woman that took her entire whole house. She didn't know nothing about it. And then they sold it and all that kind of going on. In this country, we tax the money we make, and then you tax when we buy, and then you tax when you move it to your left, they tax you when you move a bit to the right. And if it jump up too high, it tax you. And you can be there for a little bit. So the few seconds you look there, you got to pay tax on that. When you come back on the ground too hard, the vibration go too deep, you got to pay a deep dirt vibration tax. I mean, this tax to the left, tax to the right. The raggedy government. It's just a thing over here. And then they give you the illusion like you're free, but you really ain't. Because if you would take your freedom and you go a little bit too far, then you don't went too far. So which one is it? Am I free to say what I got to say, do what I got to do? You got control of my algorithms. If I go live, you don't tell everybody that I'm live, but then I'm supposed to be free, and it's just amazing free. And you come here, be anything. You start a business, and then you make a whole bunch of money, and then you get into the capitalism. But over here, it's predatory capitalism, and over there in Dubai, it's a more integral capitalism. Get over here and then you ain't gotta pay no taxes if you got a business where you're making a whole lot of money. But if you ain't hardly making no money, they're gonna tax you for everything because the poor is making the rich richer and the rich are getting more rich while they're doing some dirty, raggedy act to every person. It's just backwards. And then you better not get sick, you're gonna go broke. And you the SIT that you put into your body to give you inflammation, you know. And then when you get sick, we're gonna charge you all kind of money to get well on some other chemicals. Now, chemicals in your food that will make you sick. We want you to go to the doctor and get more chemicals to make you feel better, but you really ain't better. And you still gonna die. And I can go on and on and on. Oh yeah, you're gonna make. We'll pay you 6 figures, but you're gonna need 7 to live. That's what they do these things. The only way the American dream works now, first of all, the American dream is a lie. American dream is only true outside of America. You know, called American dream, we connect it to America, we connect it to USA. This is propaganda. It's just something that was shot years ago. The American dream is a lie in America. The American dream is outside of America. You make American money and then you take well, I still got some value. You know, so coming back here from Dubai, barely 2 weeks, y'all, my nervous system is just in the tipsy turbid state because I don't want to be here. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I am an American African, but not African American. I am a American African, but I want to be here. I don't. I just do not. I don't. Right now, I'm here. Um, I would say right now to be here, considering some other things. But once I get all of that stuff fixed and out the way, which really I could do from afar, but since I'm here in the darn way, I might well get it done. And after that, I ain't got to be here if I don't want to. If I don't want to be here, I ain't got to be here. And I don't want to be here. So I ain't got to be here. So I'm gonna get got up out of here real soon. You know, I do know I have a privilege because I am a global citizen and lightweight lunatic. But if I look at the numbers, most of everybody I know, they can do the same thing. And most everybody that I know is making at least 4, 5, 6,000 a month. At least. That's on the low end. And it's 1,000 a month. But even if it's as low as 4 or 500, maybe even 3,000, you can live well somewhere else. If you can still make your American dollars, you can live somewhere else way better. The rag here tell us lies. They're not telling us we're in a recession. We've been in a recession. They're not telling us that our food is poison and it's a whole setup that Todd set up to come to you with the lie. They not sharing the truth, and they really don't care. They're not saying articulating we're in a war. We lightweight nearby in a global war, and if this war continue to go on for about another 3 weeks, we're gonna be 70% in a global recession. But that's not being discussed, and that's a global recession on top of the recession that America was already in. Some of us are still staying afloat. Many of us are not anymore. By 2027, a lot of us are not going to be staying afloat. This is what I've been telling people. Look, if you are still making money and you have the privilege of still having a job, because there is over 500,000 people that do not have a job that had one first of the year. You better be making some smart moves with your money right now. Larry, what's a smart move? Number one, all them darn credit cards. Just stop paying them. You can't afford to do it no more. You don't live beyond your means. Just stop paying them. It would be good if you can go get a bankruptcy. That would be the best thing if you can go do it. That bad debt. If you it's not bad debt, leverage that debt. If you got assets sitting aside alongside of it, you need to leverage that debt, get hold of some cash, make that cash, make some money. Probably need to put it in. If you got 90%, 80% of all your wealth in dollars, right now is the time for you to be making some differentiations, some diversifications. Right now is the time for you to begin to do that. You got about a good year and 2 months. Because this is a whole mess. Even right now, if the war totally stops, there's some nations, like I think it was Qatar, is going to feel the effects of what has already happened for the next 3 to 5 years, because 17% of their energy has just been depleted by Iran. 20% of what the world needs comes through that Strait of Hormuz. And they're only letting a couple of Asian folk through. Because 90% of Asia depends on that strait. And for oil and for energy, mobility. We're in a mess. And the conversation ain't been had proper concerning all of this here. And this is another thing. Have y'all noticed a whole lot of these black preachers in the Christian church? They won't calling out the administration prior to now. They still ain't calling out the administration with the darn Epstein files. And now with this here triggered up on purpose, didn't have to be war, they still ain't saying nothing. Now you struggling in the pew, and instead of them talking about all of that stuff and and also giving you systems, because y'all, this is not the time now to preach hope. That's what you got to do in your personal devotion time and talk to yourself, meditate, and all that kind of stuff. But your leader, the person you're listening to, your personal prophet, your mentor, they should be giving you systems. I need systems for this. Put that in the chat. I need systems for this chat. That's what you need. You need systems. You need a new system for your prayer life. They're all begging stuff. That ain't gonna work. No, that's not it. Now, I don't know who taught you that, but that's not it. Let's do something better than what we used to do. That was for the 99s, maybe the early 2000s. This 220 stuff, 2020. No, you got to get technicalized. You got to do prayers that are fiery, electric, magnetic, prophetic, um, intergalactic, interstellar, cosmic praying. You got to know how to do that thing. I'm trying to tell you, and it need to be customary and regular. You do that thing on time. I'm trying to tell you, that's the only thing don't work. We're in a whole different time now. And the technology you got to use now to make it through all of this and get onto the other side of this. 'Cause remember the first 10 years, 2024, all the way to 2034, Pluto being in Aquarius changes and shifts the entire planet. In the first 2 years is that tearing up, that busting down, that re- exposure, that breaking down of systems. All of that happened in the first 10 years. And that's what we're walking through right now. And this thing is not going to be easy. You need systems for this shit. You don't need you just keep on things gonna get better. And I understand that. I'm not saying that's wrong to do, but that can't lead right now. What needs to be leading right now is systems, plans of actions. That's what we need. Plans of action systems, teaching people the thing that they need to know that can be a tool in their hand to get what they need and to be better and do better. There needs to be education about money, education about where money is headed, education on what to do with your money right now at all levels, whether you are a millionaire or whether you doing 20,000 a year. We need systems for this shit. I don't need no be stirred up in my hope and all of that. That's personal. Your leader right now can't be no cheerleader for you. Your leader right now got to be coaching you, correcting you. directing you. That's what you need right now. Telling you how to expand your business, how to grow what you know, to grow right from where you at, to get to where you want to be. AI, artificial intelligence, how to work with that. There's just so much. And I do understand, because when you feel a certain kind of way, got crazy going on, you want to make yourself feel better. You want to go on a trip. You want to drink something. You probably want to smoke something. You probably want to find you a body or two and do something. I got it. You want to watch stuff that's fun and nothing too serious. I do understand that because of the climate that we are in. However, right now, we need systems, plans of actions. And I hate that we've been lied to so good. I mean, they're good at it. I mean, all of them saying the same crazy, showing the stuff that ain't even true about what's happening around the world. Still telling lies about Muslims. Still telling lies about Islam. Still telling lies about Christianity. Christianity has just been fraught over by the nationalists and white supremacy. But that's the good thing of that is making a whole lot of us deconstruct, decolonize, and realize, wait a minute, and return back to Christianity the way that it was practiced in Ethiopia. I mean, well, that's the birthplace. I mean, that's still the most complete Bible on the face of the earth, well before the King James Version of the Bible picked and chose what parts and keep in there to create Western European Christianity that's practiced in many churches, except for those churches that have embraced and mixed some of the stuff from the African roots or the deep, dirty South, you know. So this is a whole mess. It is a whole entire mess. And that's the reason why I'm in a car right now versus in a going to just get a breather. Y'all know I don't like no getting into no car and driving. I just don't like it. I don't like that like that. And then my back and stuff and all them hours and stuff. No. And I don't like to drive. So yes, I've been driven, yes. But it'd been so much easier just to go out there to the airport. I mean, there's thousands of people out there, but I can just walk to the front and go straight in. But still, you ain't paying the TSA workers and they not coming to work, and some of them coming to work getting $5, $6, $10 checks. I know how Americans are. And some black Americans, especially us, I know us. You ain't giving me my check. I'm coming to work. But I'm letting that stuff go through and I ain't checking. What is that on the screen? It probably ain't nothing. Y'all go ahead on. I mean, cause that, except for people who take pride in their job, a lot of people go to work for the check. They go to work for the check. And if I'm not getting the check, then you ain't getting my best to work. So then you liable to get up on the plane sitting beside somebody who's stressed and going through a mess, have a little snap, and they reach for their shaver or whatever, razor or whatever came through the thing, just start slashing, just cutting, or running towards the emergency door. Can't take it no more. The rag and the rat. And just try to pull and open the emergency door while you 20, 30, 40,000 feet up in the air. It's just, no. Put me in the car where I can see the person that is driving, where I know everything that's up in here and what everybody brought. And ain't nobody here crazy. Mm-mm. Now, if I got to get on the plane, I'm gonna get on the plane. But I'm just saying, if I can take it and I can drive, then I'm gonna be doing that in this season. Yeah. In this season, that's what I'm gonna be doing. And you can't blame folk because the rag and the rat right now, then you mix on top of that, we're in a recession and eggs is $159.32 for 6, not even a dozen. You mix all of that. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Um, I have seen a huge difference. And since I've came back for 2 weeks and feeding myself here, this is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And don't make no sense whatsoever. Don't make no sense. To tell you the truth. Mm-mm. Other thing that was on my mind is our did y'all see the video where I did with Nakima? Okay, now if you ain't seen that video I did with Nakima, I want to say something because I saw something in the comment section. If you're watching me on YouTube, hit like. If you're watching me on Facebook, please hit like. Now this is what just really just irritated my system. I said this live, but I still see it going on. Anybody besides me know what it feels like for somebody to try to take what you do, or a version of what you do, or a portion of what you do, make it their own, do what you haven't been able to accomplish to do, and then how they do what it is that they stole from you, took from you, how they do it ain't really filled with the integrity of the way that you do it. And you the one that they came up beside and pinch off what they want to have for themselves. See, I don't think a lot of times we put ourselves in other people's shoes. And then for it to be done to a black woman as a community, because we know the black woman is right here, and then it's the black man and everybody else. We gonna say, okay, that ain't all right. Granted, we glad the impact that has been made, and we would have known about this boycott. Many of us, I did, but many of us wouldn't have known had it not been for J Ball, Nina, and I think her name Tamika. But I don't know why y'all couldn't get together behind the scenes. The Kima told us already text messages and stuff, but that should have been done for the community for y'all to get on the same page. But now they up there talking about the fast is over, but the boycott is on. I'm not understanding this. Please help me. You can explain it. Y'all have sat there and tried to SPLAIN, explain that thing to me over and over and over again. It still don't make no sense to Larry. I don't see the point of stopping a fast. Why? 97 point something percent of this have been done. They gave so $10 million handed out to this one, and then you done this over a period of time to billions of dollars versus all of the monies that the black and brown people pump into Target and the way that we have put Target in our black community. No. Mm-mm. That's not enough. That's not enough. Because the testing. Hello? Okay, they're saying y'all couldn't hear me. All right, am I back now? I think I'm back now. You can't look in the chat, you got to judge by yours. Say it again. Well, let me finish. What was I saying now? Talib is important too. What was I saying? Anyway, the whole point of the boycott was not all this other big intent over the HBC and all that kind of stuff. The main thing was D-E during I. D-E during I. D-E, let's say it together. D-E during I. That's what it was about. D-E during I. Those three letters. Now y'all put all this other decoration around it for the festivities. But what I understood was, because all the companies didn't get rid of the DEI. Everybody didn't. So Target seems like to me that you didn't have to do that like that through there. That was the point of the boycott. This fast, like, had another agenda. I don't know what the agenda was. I know you tell me about this million to this and then 97 point something% done and this and that. But that ain't nothing compared to the DEI that really affected our community. So you give us some money and we okay. But from the common, regular person that goes to work and clock in and get 8, 9, 10 hours at Target and go home, get their check and feed their family, we don't care nothing about that. But we want y'all to just fund the institution and do this and for that. But then the regular working person, the person who may only be able to get a job because of DEI, typically that's women, normally white women. No, that we can say thank you and also you didn't get this right. That want mm-mm. So I want everybody to hear me. There ain't but a few hundred of us up here, but that's enough to tell at least one black or brown person you know, do not even think about shopping at Target for nothing. Up under no circumstance, you can go for nothing. Not for salt, sugar, because it's closer, because it's right there in the neighborhood. Mm-mm. Don't do it. Well, Larry, what about this place, that place? Shut up. See, what in the world did y'all? Oh, Lord have mercy. Y'all be eating a cheeseburger and talking about, well, what about the chicken sandwich? Should I take a bite of the chicken sandwich too? Because we focus on eating the burger. Focus on us injuring financially Target until they do what the hell we want them to do. Y'all just be cutting up so bad, Lord have mercy. You can't get over there. But yeah, let's get focused on focus. The General Dollar, Walmart, Amazon, and Facebook. You want Meta. Shut up. Let's use the white folks stuff that we got out here to do some black folks stuff, which is gonna hit Target in the belly and keep hitting them until they just say, all right, we gotta do D and I. We're not going back forever and never. Ain't none of us going for nothing. We'll get to the rest of them later on. But we got to teach every last one of them a lesson. We're going to start with Tarjay. Mm-hmm. That's what we're going to do. All right, so I got that one. That's the McKinney thing. I talked about the war and the rag and the rat. Um, there was something else. Oh, let me tell y'all this now. We are under attack. Oh, absolutely. And don't, they're not gonna tell the truth, y'all. They ain't gonna never tell us the truth about nothing. But we are under attack. You need to keep your head on the swivel. That's how come I said if you're gonna be in that airport and the airplane and stuff, I ain't tell you not to live. Hell, I'm on my way to Orlando now. But what I'm saying is you just need to be watchful and be careful because we are in a war. I don't think they're calling it a war yet. I don't think they are. But we are absolutely in a war. One great thing about Dubai, and that's the only place I can compare it to, and Ghana. The great place about the relationship that the citizens have with the government and the government has with the citizens. I mean, it's just proper. It's capitalism, but it don't have to be predatory the way that it is in America. It don't have to be toxic and lack integrity. You can do capitalism with some couth. And to me and for me, Dubai does it proper. It is a great example of a capitalistic system and how it can be integral, caring, thoughtful, fair, fair, fair. That's a good one. America got it messed all up. And in that series Exodus, I done 5 parts. Now what we can add to that, or we getting off, some of us got pee or something. What we can add, wait a minute, we getting off the highway. Say again, it's an accident. Oh, she's going around the accident, and then we getting back on the highway. Okay. Well, I'm probably a new signal because I don't see nothing but trees down this way. There ain't nothing but trees. Okay, let me hear her say what I'm about to say. What was I saying? The government in Dubai that care about your health ain't feeding you poison. In fact, if you want the sugary stuff that you get out of the Americas, they make you pay double and way higher for it. Here, it's the flip. If you want to eat healthy, you got to pour the money out the milk to love your bread basket. And that's still, you got to add an eye and a nose with it. But that's the way that they do it. Why can't we do that? If you just day before yesterday, 260 more billion for war. Why did they been handing out since the first of the year? That could have fixed the whole system. Okay, well, that's what I'm hearing too, Alicia. Okay, what not either said. Most people die, and then they are. Oh God. Oh, okay. So when I was in Dubai, I was watching well, I can still get the YouTube here. They're saying we have like 12 soldiers killed. Yo, by their count, it's like 600. I think the last time I heard, but we're not hearing that here. What else they were saying that was and let me tell you right now, I always sort of looked up to the big legacy media because you know they're gonna tell you the truth. Mm-mm. By me being overseas, and Lisa said it years ago, I was watching CNN online, watched them report an entire lie. And I'm like, ain't they got some intelligence on the ground in Dubai or somewhere to where they know that what they said is not true? And that video is not even the airport. You can't believe nothing your eyeballs see, except that you don't inspect it to make sure that what you getting is some clarity. Oh, be lying. Mm, this is a mess. I seen it like this. Oh, we about to get back on the highway because my cylinder is going. I got one bar. That was a wreck. Yeah, he just hit somebody. He got hit from the side. That car went into that truck. Ooh. So that's why you got to do them technicalized prayers. So you got to cover and protect yourself. Not that big. Oh Lord, protect me. Oh, that doesn't make sense. No, you can't. It worked better than y'all ain't know no better. Now you got to use your mouth to make what you want to happen and use the right word and articulation. I hope everybody doing it and we just riding off of mine. Something happened. You the only one in here. Let's see. Why you don't Okay, can y'all hear me? We can't. We hear the screen that's watching your pic with word. Okay, all right. That was Kendall's doing. And to his defense, this on the phone. um, Okay, you can hear me now. Somebody said we near the end. This is end time apostle prophet B. Okay, let me say this to you. There's nothing wrong with you believing that. There's certain things that are programmed in Christian teaching that makes you a pacifist. It takes the aggression out of your faith. And there's also some things programmed in Christianity that causes you to not be uh, not active. So you get everything through a lens that's constructed for conditioning. And many times we're not aware of that. To what is happening. And you describe what is happening using what you're conditioned with, which causes you. Okay, I'm back. Um, you just stay out because you keep every time you come back, you take control of the live stream. So this, but I think we should focus more on redeeming the time and using what we have and who we are to make the times better. That idea that's in the kingdom teaching that causing the kingdoms of this world to become our gods. Okay. That's a little colonial and imperialistic. The idea of positively impacting the times that we're in and the culture that we're in. For me, is a better way of looking at the times that we're in, as opposed to, oh, that's a sign. Oh, that's a sign. So y'all have been doing that for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. Actually, that's not true. For about 100 years. That's when all this stuff started coming out with the end time teaching thing. But I'm pretty sure there were folk that were doing it back then. You know, the moon look red. Oh, dripping away with one of the. Did y'all see my? Oh, that's the sign. He's soon to come. The devil busy. Yeah. Dr. Larry, you missed my earlier comment about Switzerland opening up our airspace to transport wounded and unalive American soldiers at 500 plus unalive. Bingo. See, we plug into the same information. Ray, you see what Ray said? So we plugged into the same information. I said it was around 600. Let's start look. So this is the reason why y'all can't just be watching what's on our TV. These are some loud mother of Bibles. Then there's not so darn much. Okay, Dr. Reed, but we are not going to live forever. So often wonder how do we really have to continue to deal and figure out what's best for our lives. Oh, I understand that. Systems, baby. Everybody should be teaching you systems and giving you tools. I'm not saying they shouldn't encourage you, but hope should not be the lead right now. You hope and encourage your darn self in the Lord, make your soul merry. But them folk up in the pulpit talking to all of us, and even in just a group and a leader need to be giving you some systems, some plans of actions. But that's basically what you're saying. Mhm. Yet legacy media is reporting a number less than 50. Yeah, I saw them say 12. Ain't that crazy? Let's see. Brother Reed, your phone is messing up. Yeah, I know. That was early. I'm scrolling up. Larry didn't know knew Chris Buchanan following him. I didn't know I knew Prophet Chris Buchanan. Prophet Chris Buchanan. I might just be following them because they follow me. That name is not familiar to me at all. I don't know who that is. So there must have been somebody either they follow me, I follow them, or either somebody was on their page following them, especially if it's on Facebook. That's probably what happened. Uh, let's see. I know the mother name. 94, he stepped in my window on second floor. I was 22 and I couldn't look at him, left my body. Okay. I'm pretty sure that encouraged you. Dr. Reed, one of my BFF said, we have gone into every country undivided, entire cuties. Hold on. Countries, villages, but was never there on paper. He said, never listen to the news. Yeah. I got what you're saying. Yeah. Have invaded countries and never was on the news. Yeah. Yes. True story. You said they wanted to interrupt my live because they're telling the truth. Yeah, that was that. I would believe that, and that is true, and they have. But this is a similar issue. I'm thinking because I am in the car on the road, and I don't see nothing but trees on both sides. So we're trying to go around a wreck on the road. Unalive entire communities and villages. I knew what you meant. I want to get back on. I mean, Larry want to know how can be rich. How can I be rich? Try being on Section 8. Yeah. So where should we get the news from? Trust it. If some of y'all, I'm in the car, I'm not in the studio. So if you got some links or maybe some YouTubes or some accounts to follow, put them in the chat. I think we're coming back up on the highway, ain't we? You know, don't let nothing come up. I block that. Ooh, my God. Just this week, they're been sending blood and medical supplies to Greenland. I forgot about the jump off. Oh, okay, Don Lemon, Joy Reid, BBC. I saw the BBC report of something that wasn't right. But I think that's just because it just didn't because they have the intel. I don't think it was intentional. There's also a couple of young white kids that be giving the administration the business on IG Substacks. Mhm. That Joe Weed be telling the truth. Every time I see a clip of him, I'm like, get them smart black women. Woman. Let me see. Oh yeah, that Al Jazeera English. Good. I follow them. Mm. Jim Acosta. I think I follow him. Aaron. I follow him. You can go to um my IG when I see their stuff, I always restore it. Yeah. Mm. Army told soldiers to call families. Yeah, escalation. They told them not to wear no flag stuff the other day. They shut down a base in Tampa, shut down one in can't remember that city. They were high alert in DC at the government places. They put that on. I see this, they're not gonna tell us. They're not going to tell us. I've had it podcast. That's another good one. Although she said something the other day, I said this is the only thing black people got to remember. People that have white skin, even if they're our allies and will give their life, you still got to remember they're white. Give them a little grace, but at the same time, don't let anybody play up in your face. Because she said something the other day. I said, no, no, you shouldn't say you shouldn't say that. I can't remember what it was. It may be minor because I am a little bit very technical when it comes down to that whole race black white thing. But yeah, I watch them. I love them because they don't mind dragging their brothers and sisters for white supremacy and whiteness and all of that. And you get on IG, the same way you get on Facebook, sign up with an account and go get to Katie Valentina, you must be older. Ask call one of your grandkids and then to show you what to do. You said I've had a podcast can be problematic in my honest opinion. Okay. I'll give them a little grace, but my eyes and ears are still open, right? Yeah, I don't play with that. So y'all know what I believe. I think we should get white faces out of black spaces fully and completely. If they come into our spaces, they should be sitting and listening, shouldn't be teaching. Except they are teaching on what they created and how to deconstruct it. Like y'all see DE and John Scott do. Yeah. So they have to be involved in the deconstruction and decolonization because they understand it. I'm not going to say they understand it in a way deeper than us. They understand it from the aspect of the privilege. Or the way we have experienced it, they could never. You're 64. Okay, you ask them. You said they don't live with you. Well, call them. FaceTime. Mhm. Yeah, I love DE. Y'all keep him in prayer. He hit me up the other day. Me and Michael went to see him, and we went out to eat for my birthday because I was out of the country. We had a good time, but I feel like all these losses back to back has affected him. Mhm. Yeah, get white faces out of black spaces. I've been there. I'm teaching my children the truth, but in a way they can understand. I fully expect a phone call from their schools in the day. Hey, I gotta tell them, y'all putting y'all children so far ahead just by sharing with them certain truths that they won't hear nowhere else. Yeah, media's TV. I watch them sometime. Yeah, what's going on here? I think we're about to get to where the signal is even better. Have I said everything that's in my title that I said I want to say? Money, war, lies, planes. I think I done said everything. Y'all got any question y'all want to ask me? I ain't got nothing but time. Nothing but it. Mm. Selena's mouth will get on. Lord, yes, I've heard that mouth. It's straightforward. It is straightforward. Anything else I was gonna say? I get it all off my spiritualization. Mm, I've been wanting one of these chats. Really? Okay, I'm glad I came on. Oh yeah, Dr. Rashad. Yes, I like him. No, CJ and Selena, they keep it straight. If you don't mind, give me PO box. Kim, you want to put that in there? Somebody asking for the PO box or for the address. Give me the address. How do you pray without begging? You pray from the space of knowing that God sits right here and his habitation is in you. So think about what God would say to make something happen. So as opposed to me saying, Lord, protect us on this trip while we're on the highway and change round about us and protect us. We apply the blood of Jesus round about us and just keep us. Master King, thank you. You know, the intentionality behind that is faith, but the articulation is weak and disempowering. I use the word pray for the purpose of teaching, but if you want to go back to the first civilization, it wouldn't be praying in the sense that we do it. It would be moving energy around and making things happen and engaging with what it is that we desire. So it would be speak to the ground. You are fertile. Seed, you sprout, you come forth. Knowing that I am the ground is me, and growth is a reality that we both experience. The spirituality came out of connecting with the sun, the water, the ground, the seeds, the plants. And that is what we need to get back to. So if God and everything, all lives right here, then let me speak like he speak as it relates to this trip. The driver stays attentive. Accidents come nowhere near me. We experience peace, happiness in this trip. No law enforcement stops us. We go there and we come free, clear. I'm telling everything to be and what to do because he's right here. That hour I create and I speak and I articulate. Begging. Yeah. So that's how you do, baby. I can just put it in there, Teddy. Let me see. Hey, Victoria. Great example. Said, how did I even get that on stage? Y'all see what she said? I love the fact, yeah, 'cause love is the most powerful concept in the universe. So you can use declare affirmative statements saying that I have been kept safe on this trip. Notice it's been said in the present past tense. We don't do a whole lot of I will either. Because you're saying I will, it will be, and it doesn't register in the brain correct. But if you speak it as though it has happened, then your brain is going to start giving you the chemicals, the feelings, and the reactions that it has already taken place. And when that anatomically connects with what you're saying cosmically, contributively, great duo to manifest that thing. Let me see. We're back on the highway now. We went round the way. That was a little detouration. Oh, we got a toll coming up. Oh, that's at 225 miles. Oh, what's that over there burning? Y'all see that? Everybody in this car was in the back, in the middle of a burning. You know it ain't gonna be on the news. Wouldn't that be something? Like, oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Hmm. Larry, I want to talk with you about personal life. Why I want your peer. But I'm not accessible like that. Nobody online can just talk to me. You have to go through my channel. You have to come into LRL, Patreon, participate for a little while. Then you probably need to get into NBN Network Partners, that's next level. Then Celestial Circle. Then Celestial Circle Gold. Somewhere in there, you might end up being able to talk to me. But if you're a patron and you come to an event, you can talk to me. And it's gonna be in passing and be like this. It's gonna be like that. If you come to an event, that's how that go. It's in passing. But you see me stop and talking to some of the rest of them. You know that. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, just make sure when you leave America for another country that you've checked out their healthcare systems. So true. And most importantly, that you can speak and understand the native language, or get your good old app. Cause I went to a few countries and I just like we was in Sweden and I done like this. They said like, oh, I said, oh, okay. Then I record. No, that ain't what I asked you, and I ain't paying but this amount. And I put in their face and say, I can say, I can say, I can say, okay. Thought you couldn't speak. Not $10. You could talk the whole darn time. Thought you gonna get me. They said, well, first you got to get past the Secret Service around here in plain sight. Without reformation, there's nobody but us. But any other time, that's probably true. Yeah, I'm gonna be learning the language. I'm gonna do Spanish, Arabic, and Mandarin. Those are gonna be mine. Spanish, Arabic, and Mandarin, and then English. So I'd be four languages, and my brain needs it. A little bit of patois, a little bit of those ain't really languages per se. Hmm. I need to add Twee. Twee. I need to be filing Twee to Twee because Twee is quite a bit of Africa, not just Ghana. Krista, I see what you're saying. Spanish was easy, but French will cover quite a bit of African countries too. I know a little bit of that. We and there's something else I know. We means yes. I know a little bit of Spanish. Como se llama? I'm saying that right. ¿Cómo está? We afaba. Answer would be Medicine. Um, what else did I know? Speak of Deutsch. That means, do you speak German? I know that a little bit of German. Um, what else I know? Oh, Ashala. Ishala, which means if God allow it to be, that's Arabic. Uh, mashallah means God bless. Little pieces. I need to learn for real, for real. If you can learn music, you can learn language. I don't do that well with music, and I can write it and create it, and then I can sing it a year later. But what are the words? Spanish for me is one of the easiest foreign languages. I agree. I took Russian in high school. Wow. Oh, so Deutsch. That's do you speak German? You spelling it. You on a whole nother level. I can't do that. Growing up in Bed-Stuy, I'm quite fluent in patois. I'm oiling my French and Spanish now. I learned those in school. Yeah, and I passed Spanish with 98, but at least I did my homework. It's too late. It's already done. I can confess and tell the truth. Let's see. Cameroon is my ancestry as well, Latina. The car people. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Ray. I think I did pretty good. I'm going off all memorization. All memorization. I know what hours we got. Oh Lord, yeah. Well, at least my back not hurting. Alicia said I know English. That would make two of us, and I can't say all of the words that we. And English language is very interesting. Have y'all seen the YouTube or the IG or TikToks where Asian people are trying to speak English? You talking about some good laughing. Oh, it is hilarious. Ah, you need to look that up. That's very funny. Mm. Look what I forgot. It's a whole bin of it, but it's getting depleted, and we ain't even want one. We ain't even half. Well, I guess we would be almost halfway the trip. I'm not gonna say who's in the car that been eating it all up, but it's been getting like my grandma say, it. I got one left in mine, but I had mine for 2 days, for a day. And this is a Rice Krispie treat, and it is so buttery. The ones my mama made got peanut butter in it. And I thought before this batch, I still thought my mama's was the best. No peanut butter is in this. 'Cause peanut butter Rice Krispies is good. Have you ever had a peanut butter Rice Krispie? What? Oh, you don't like peanut butter? Yeah. But this right here is the absolute best. And this coming from somebody who will go to the store and buy the Rice Krispie treats that got the big, thick chunks of marshmallows in them. This marshmallow, see the underside got like a glaze. And so then when you do like this right here, the butter got that little salt, and then the sweet from the marshmallow. And after about 13 and a half chews, you get another burst of the butterers. And then see how I got to do like this? I roll that tongue up and down. and get the little pieces that don't went so well. And then they got flavor. And before you know that, you be like, that was good, but and get back in your mouth again, that's good. I don't even want no more, but just gone. So I don't have no choice but to bite it. And start the whole process all over again. What the sweet one? Oh, you know that. Sweet wonder. Oh, sweet wonder. Mark, you know that song? Jesus, the Son of God. My cholesterol just spiked looking at that. Listen, Marco, can you do this for the Reformation for the top 12? Mm, mm. I had to lock it up or it would be jumping in my mouth again. Because it just go in it. It's something between my hand and it. And I don't want to be involved. My hand just grab it and just it's hand mouth action. Hand mouth. And I don't be wanting to eat it. So I had to lock it away so my hand can't go in there and get it. hmm But those rice cookies, but you can ship them, can't you? Knock off. You can ship them, can't you? You can ship Rice Krispies treats. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this something else. This is the best Rice Krispie treat I've ever had in my entire life. I told him yesterday when I had my first batch. Or day before yesterday. The best Rice Krispie I've had in my life. Yep. Amber just said she's ordering some for shipping, Mako. All right. And do a video when y'all get it. Although I want to take another bite now. But I'm are y'all hungry? I got about a good 45 minutes of me. I want to need a cheeseburger. I can go about another hour. Marco, you feel hungry again? Yeah. Yeah. That agrees with my spirit. He won't go say nothing. It agrees with my spirit. I confirm that is the word. I don't know if it's from God, but it's a word. Agree with that. A sandwich. About yay big, about yay thick. This man is driving. You hear me? You drive just like now we. What did I smell? What was that? What is that? Is it? That don't smell like no juice. It is. Can I have some? Let me see what it is. It is juice. Let me see. Hold on, so you did something else to it. Oh yeah, yeah. I smell a little something. Yeah, that's tequila. And it reminds me of a song. It go like this. Ain't nobody say but me. Oh, ain't nobody say but me. Ain't nothing wrong with no tequila. What song we sung the other day, Nancy? Marco, you gotta help me sing the song. The other day I was on live. And we was talking about people being ugly, and I just broke out and singing a churchy song about ugly. Marco, why you say him so irritatingly? Am I irritating you? Oh, okay. Well, you let me know when you finish that because I don't want to be irritating nobody. Did y'all hear him say, hmm? He said he was trying to send Amber the link for the cake chat or something like that. He was saying, but it's very interesting that he would respond like that. I don't do people like that. Not too much. Every once in a while. If I'm eating, don't bother me. If I'm reading something, just don't bother me. Uh, Let me see here. How do we order? I'm late. Michael, put the link in there. Okay. So this is y'all remember this. Hey, who won the song challenge today? I'm letting them continue to come in. What was interesting, I'm gonna say this Lala, she heard, I ain't gonna say if I want to help nobody because I'm gonna but Lala heard something that is like seconds that is me. And I just skimmed it. I said, oh, she heard it. And that means you have to have had to have listened to. But like God Don't Play About Me, Yatin, Overcomer. Basically, these songs, I wrote them so I could sing them 20 years from now. And when I approach the vocal, so I can sing it 20 years from now. Done it like my talking voice, so like, that really don't play about me. It's just like I'm talking just right now. Just put it to a tune that really don't play about me. That's easy. And the last few songs I've done have been like that. You've been given You've been given eyes they don't see. It's in my talking voice. Something strange happened to me. When I get excited, I go a little bit. And what's going wrong? I know something's wrong. No, what's going on? I know something's wrong. But I got no words to sing this song. That's my talking voice. And really that whole that whole Africa's Rising, all in my talk, my stuff, pushing my voice. And so a lot of times I'm in a mixed voice that hits certain stuff. And so one of those vocals in this new song, I reached up into that. And if you're not using my gospel, you probably think that's Philip Brown. Philip Brown can sing his face off of either Derek Curry, one of them that can go high. Or either Big Boy, he can go high too. And so but no, that was me. And I was trying to tell them, I said, take that out of there. So and Philip left it in. And they said, no, let me stay in there. We left that in there. All right, there go Marco link to get the Rice Krispies. So you know them orders ain't going out till probably Tuesday. It's respectful, Larry. You struggle to pronounce English right. Why you want to mispronounce it? I am going to. Show is. You see, I messed up the German thing. I said, speakers for Deutsch. I left some little inflections out. I'm gonna do it. They'll understand. Yeah, info at thecakechamp.com. That's the best way to do it. Let me see. Then inbox me if you are a patron and I have called you. You can text me as well. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get off now. I hope y'all enjoyed just sitting here chatting, talking like we used to do a long time ago. Um, Maybe I'll try to do more of that. Especially those of you that are free this time of the day, you can work and talk. Yeah. Love you so much, Larry, and your teaching. The way you love us as a people is amazing. I should have known you were a fellow Aquarius. Yeah, I am. I discovered something very interesting about my family, my immediate family, 2 days ago. Because sometimes when I talk to my dad and my older sister, a lot of time we'll be on the same wavelength when it comes to certain things. And kind of find out we are the only air signs in my immediate family. And I found that interesting. I know it's not coincidental, it's scientific. Um, of the three air signs, the Aquarius is what they call the elevated of the three air signs: the Libra, the Gemini, and the Aquarius. The Aquarius more brainy and tends to have a niche in schooling Geminis and Libras of those three. The fire signs, Leo, Aries, and Sag, it's believed to be that the teacher of the three, let me get this right. Who's the tutor and the leader of the three? God, I can't remember. Oh, Aries. So Aries is the cardinal. Huh? Yeah. What? Uh, oh, oh. No, not on nothing like this. Yeah. Marco, can you help me on the what's the name? It might be the SAG now, I gotta go. This is the song I was thinking the other day. You gonna help me out? It popped up when I was doing the live. God don't make nobody. Yes. So by trying to get somebody to understand that God don't make ugly people. What happens is God makes people and then they make themselves ugly, make themselves super duper plus size, or they make themselves, don't wash, so then they stain, or it just they do that. God don't do that. He'll never do that. So I just want to be clear. So when you see somebody ugly, God ain't made it. There were two people come together, thought it was a good idea, and it won't. It's just like, okay. All right. So when y'all see somebody ugly, know God ain't made it. When you see somebody ugly, you need to know God ain't made it. You don't do that. There's two people trying together, should have did it, and they came up with that. And now they're walking out there in the earth. And you got to deal with that looking front system. It's a whole mess. I know you said you ain't got to do this. You ready? Michael, you ready? God don't make nobody. God don't make nobody. God don't make nobody. Make nobody ugly. You got it. Let me take my things. I can't do it with this. Okay, now make sure. I don't make nobody say ugly. I don't make ugly, ugly. I don't make nobody ugly. I don't make nobody. 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 Girl, ready to find I can't. Should be key. I think. I don't make no. I don't make nobody ugly. Make nobody. I don't make nobody ugly. Somebody say you in church, but you do when the spirit just gave me something. I got that thing in the spirit. They like just talk to the son. Can you hear us? Yeah. It went back. Hold on, I'm about to do it. It went back to my headphone. Hey, how do you? Hold on, I'm coming. All right, I think it's right now. All right, here we go. Everybody remember the note? God don't make nobody. God don't make nobody. God don't make nobody. God don't make nobody. Ugly. Yeah. Y'all, did y'all hear that time? I heard that time. They got to play for the CD. Yeah, they heard it that time. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, they heard it that time. Y'all heard it that time? Y'all did, right? Okay, I see a one. Naida said, I don't want to laugh at this song. Laughter's medicine, baby. It sure is. Oh, they heard three-part harmony? That's right. What is that? Is that's Patron? I know it's Tito. The mixed up, yeah. I mean, all right. See y'all later. Have a great day. I might come. Let's say how many more. We ain't got a lot. That ain't right. Whatever they say down there by the hours, that's not right. We got this less than that. Okay. All right. See y'all later. Turn notifications on just in case. Bye.